name's Chris Sturhan. Welcome to another episode of Drinks from Eddie Muller's Noir Bar. Each week I take a chapter from the book Eddie Muller's Noir Bar, cocktails inspired by the World of Film Noir, and I talk about the film in that chapter and I make the drink associated with it. Today we are going to be looking at the film and drink of the same name, Fallen Angel. Now, Fallen Angel was released in 1945. It was directed by Otto Preminger. It stars Dana Andrews, Alice Faye, and what the hell is her name? Linda Darnell. Okay, Linda Darnell. I'm not going to start over for that. So there we go. Okay, so good cast. There's some other people in minor roles in the cast that are also very, very good. I feel obligated to talk about Dana Andrews. Now, Dana Andrews, I do like him, but there's one thing that I always thought was kind of strange about Dana Andrews. It seems like every time you look at him, it seems like he just walked into a room and smelled a fart. I mean, that's just the expression he seems to always have on his face. But he's good, and it took me a while to get over that. He is very good in this movie, so there you go. The story is Dana Andrews is kind of a drifter and kind of a grifter as well. D and GR. He is out of money. He's on a bus. He's trying to get to San Francisco. Doesn't have a ticket that'll go that far. He's trying to con the bus driver by pretending to be asleep, and the bus driver catches him at it and tells him to either pony up for the rest of the fare or get off the bus, and he doesn't have enough money to cover it, so he gets off the bus. He goes into a little kind of dive bar, coffee shop, beer bar, something like that, where to get a bite to eat and a cup of coffee, and he runs into Linda Darnell. Now, Linda Darnell is somebody who apparently, if you're in this town and you have a Y chromosome, you're going to be going for Linda Darnell. That everybody in this film who is male is after Linda Darnell. Turns out Dana Andrews is a little better at it, and he promises to marry her and give her all the good things in life, and she falls for that. Has kind of a weird way of coming up with them. For instance, he's completely broke when he hits town. He hooks up with John Carradine, who is a mentalist, and he's trying to do a show in the town, and nobody wants to buy tickets because the rich woman in the town doesn't approve of it, and everybody's too busy trying to kiss her butt. So, but Dana Andrews kind of takes it on himself to figure out a way to soften her up and sell some tickets and make some money in the meantime. It turns out the rich woman who doesn't approve of this sort of thing has a little sister who is Alice Faye, and Dana Andrews hatches a plot to get some money by marrying the little sister, which he does, and something happens to Linda Darnell, and all of a sudden the suspicion is brought on him, and that's probably as much of the story as you need to know. He's definitely kind of a gigolo in the film, though. Good at that. Now, other people, Alice Faye was good. Linda Darnell, of course, was good. John Carradine, I loved him in this. He was only in it for a very short time, but he's kind of rocking this long hair surfer look, which I thought really worked really well on him. So I like that. Also has it has Charles Bickford, who plays a detective. He's not really a detective in the town they're in. He's like a retired New York cop who, when there's a murder and the sheriffs don't really know how to handle it, they recruit him to be in charge of the investigation. He's also very good. A good little murder mystery noir, film noir. To accompany this, Eddie Muller says that if you were really going to do this film right, what you would have is coffee in big porcelain mugs from a percolator that had been sitting on the fire for about 8 hours, because that's what everybody drinks in the film. And he's kind of right. I mean, basically, they all go to this one coffee shop beer bar, and everybody drinks black coffee. But there is a drink called the Fallen Angel, which Eddie Muller pulled out of the Savoy Cocktail Book, which was a cocktail book that was published in the, I think, 1934, and it kind of was one of the better, very early cocktail books. In fact, this drink, I think, was created by the author of that book, and it was kind of a vamp on the gimlet, kind of a mint vamp on the gimlet, because basically this was all done right out of Prohibition. Everybody was drinking bathtub gin, and bathtub gin tasted terrible. So the more you could do with sugars and citrus and spice flavors, the better off you would be. So we are going to come back. I'm going to take a small break. I'm going to get set up, and we're going to come back and have the Fallen Angel. So please stick around for that. Thanks. And we are back. So we're going to make the Fallen Angel. Now the Fallen Angel is 2 ounces of gin. So let's get out my gin. Oops, let's load up the shaker first with some ice. That's a better way to start. Let's not worry about that one. Okay, now we're going to start with 2 ounces of gin. Okay. Okay, there's my 2 ounces of gin. Half ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice, or lime juice rather. Almost overdid that. Okay, there we go. And then we're supposed to use creme de menthe, white creme de menthe. I do not have any. And before I started on this, I had some creme de menthe that had been sitting in my bar so long, for like 4 years with nobody drinking it, that it actually turned kind of yellow because I think the sugar in it caramelized. So I decided not to buy another bottle of white creme de menthe, mostly because nobody here drinks it, and I could only seem to find it in 750 milliliter bottles. So I am substituting in some peppermint schnapps, which I've added a little tiny bit of simple syrup into, because I think creme de menthe tends to be a little bit sweeter than peppermint schnapps, so hopefully that'll go. I'm only putting in a half ounce of this, so I'm not too worried about that, that substitution, but we'll see what happens. Okay, and where's the top part of my shaker? Oh, there it is. All right, so okay. All right, there we go. And we're going to strain into a Nick and Nora glass this time rather than a coupe glass, which is what he recommends. Ooh, I think the color on that, nice cloudy off-white. And then the garnish is a mint sprig. And I'm going to just kind of slap it to wake it up and put it in there. And we have the Fallen Angel. Ooh, that's nice. I mean, it's got a nice tartness from the lime juice. The mint's coming through really well. This is a good drink. I also love that it's in a Nick and Nora glass, just because I love saying Nick and Nora, because they are like two film people who are the best, and the fact that they have a glass named after them is awesome. So anyway, this one is definitely going to get a thumbs up in my book. So from a booth in the back of Eddie Muller's Noir Bar, we're going to say cheers. Please join us next time when we will be looking at the film Hell's Half Acre and the drink, the Mai Tai, a classic tiki drink. So there we go. So hope you join me next week. Cheers.